Hi everyone, I'm Dr. Amna Husain, board certified pediatrician, board certified lactation consultant, and mom to two. So similar to our past videos going through my recommended feeding products, we're going to go through our recommended baby and bath care skin products. And these are things that I've either recommended to my patients in the exam room or used with my own kids. So let's get started. First up, let's launch right into it, baby bathtubs. First up is the Angelcare baby bathtub. I live and breathe, die supporting this brand. I think that this bathtub is amazing. So here's the thing, it's not super expensive, and the best part is it has these holes, so in medicine we call them fenestration, so it has these fenestrated openings that you would basically be able to pour water over the baby in a safe way, and it allows that water to fall out so there's no mold that could potentially accumulate. A lot of these slinged bathtubs that maybe you've seen before, they seem really great, really cute, colorful. There's a big risk of mold forming, and again, you're trying to constantly clean those. These are things that you don't necessarily have to clean because of the silicone. It's not really a risk of potentially forming mold. The other great thing about it is when you have a newborn and you're constantly all hands on this baby to make sure that they're supported, this bathtub provides excellent sturdy support. Now here's something you can't see from this photo, but on the head side of the tub towards the base there's a little hole, so you can actually put a hook up and hang the tub after you're done so it doesn't take up too much space. It's not occupying most of the bathtub floor. I think that this is definitely a great investment, something that I've used once and time again for my kids. Now second up is a good baby bath towel. This one is from ClevaMama. There are other definitely brands out there. I specifically like this brand a lot. And the reason why is it's pretty generously sized, so there's a lot of cloth to wrap baby around. Now generally you can use any towel. You don't necessarily need to use a baby towel. The reason why I like baby towels in the beginning days is because there's a little bit of an opening for their head, and that's again just kind of nice to keep them covered, especially because babies can easily lose their body heat through surface area. So it's really good to try to keep them wrapped up if you can. Now some people will go a step further and say you should throw their towel in the dryer so it'll be nice and warm for them. Again, this takes a little bit of coordinating, and I probably could have done this with my oldest who was born in the winter. It again took a lot of coordinating, and it was just not on my radar when I had my second. It was a big deal that we were able to bathe her without any interruptions and get her safely back in our arms after our oldest was trying to help us bathe her. So I will say that definitely I think worth grabbing a baby towel. Sometimes you might even get gifted these during baby showers or get hand-me-downs. This would be something safe that I would say is okay to use as a hand-me-down. If you have questions, I have done a video in the past on which products are safe to reuse as hand-me-downs and which are not. This would be something, again, I would say would be safe to reuse. Okay, number 3, 4, and 5, we're gonna throw up here because they're all baby bath care and skincare products. I definitely am not sponsored for any of these companies in this video, but I'm definitely going to say that these are products that I have used on my own kids and swear by, and recommend to my own patients. First up, the CeraVe Baby Wash and Shampoo. It's actually formulated with ceramides, which is a fat, it's a lipid that helps restore and provide that waterproof barrier that our skin is supposed to serve. It's also not scented, so a lot of baby products contain scent, and there in of itself, it's not necessarily a bad thing, but it's not necessary, and sometimes can lead to skin irritation. So when I can, I try to avoid things that have scents and fragrances for my kids' products. It makes for a little bit of a dull life, I get it, right? We're also used to some of those nice lavender smelling or baby scented products, but generally I try, if I can, to stick to fragrance-free items. We've talked about this before when it comes to laundry detergents, when we've talked about soaps, when we've talked about shampoos. So generally, if I can, I'll stick to something that's fragrance-free. A second brand, Vanicream, does just that. Vanicream and CeraVe I would both recommend using for your child. Vanicream is very similar. It also doesn't have any scents or fragrances. It's important to know that a lot of these baby washes, you might not see them sud up as much, and that's okay. There's not many formulations that contain that same setting material, but it is still highly effective when it comes to cleaning your baby. I do think it's also helpful to know that you don't always need to buy baby products. You can definitely On the flip side, the baby products you can also use on yourself, right? And of course, we're better about closing our eyes, but this is something to take into account when you're using some of these baby washes and baby products. Moving away from baby washes, the fifth product on the list is a cream. Now, I like CeraVe Moisturizing Cream, and let's talk about creams and lotions for a minute. So generally, creams are something I recommend in the winter time. There's a thicker base there, so it helps restore and provide more moisture to your skin when the air is very dry in the winter. In the lotion, you can use a little bit of a lighter base. So that's why if you're going to use a brand like CeraVe, or if you're going to use brands like Vanicream, their creams or lotions, that's something to take into account when you are, moisturizing your baby skin. So that's all the products we have for today. If you're interested in part 2, make sure you tune in next time. We're going to be going through products 6 through 10 that I recommend for having in your bathroom for your baby's skincare and bath routine.